what's going on, everybody? It is Mark coming at you yet again with another obscure microphone video. So, today in the studio, I've got the M-Audio Aries handheld condenser microphone. Let's go ahead and show you this beast of a, I don't know if it's a beast yet. We'll find out. Let's show you the microphone. Okay, so M-Audio Aries handheld condenser microphone. I know my boy Bronson over at Audio Hotline, he may see this video and be like, all's hell's yeah, it's a handheld condenser microphone from M-Audio. M-Audio. So I grabbed this handheld condenser microphone for roughly 20 bucks. Got it for $20 off eBay. Long time ago. I've had this one sitting in the obscure mic purgatory, which I'll show you guys on video eventually. It is basically a leather ottoman, like a storage trunk style ottoman, full of mics and accessories and shit. So I've had this for a really long time. And I decided I didn't even want to use a mic stand today. I'm just going to hold it in my hand. That's what she said. First, let's pass the microphone around in my hands and see if this condenser handheld microphone has a lot of handling noise to it. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3. I think the worst thing that happened there was the XLR cable kind of flopping around. So one more time. Okay. The M-Audio Aries seems to handle handling noise pretty well. That wasn't terrible. Not at all. And I will say, it does have a really fantastic build quality. It is metal, really heavy metal. This is a pretty heavy microphone considering it's a handheld microphone. So it is all metal. The metal mesh grill, no give whatsoever, built really well. You saw the capsule in the video there a second ago. And build quality, excellent. Absolutely excellent. I think this thing would take a beating and still work pretty well. I'm not going to beat it though because the sound so far is not trash. So I can't destroy it. So I won't destroy it. Let's go ahead and give it the old Peter Piper picked a patch of pickled pineapple plosives. Peter Piper picked a patch of pickled pineapple plosives. Okay, plosives didn't handle greatly, but it handled basically like a dynamic handheld microphone. So I don't hate it. Don't hate that at all. Now, M-Audio Aries, when you get right up on the M-Audio Aries, this is what the microphone sounds like when you get right on top of the M-Audio Aries. Okay, the M-Audio, let's get closer. The M-Audio Aries. This is the M-Audio Aries with my mouth literally engulfed around the head. That's what she said. So, okay, initial thoughts here on the M-Audio Aries. 3 to 4 inches off the microphone. I think it sounds pretty solid. It is, there is definitely a little bit of muddiness to it. Like I don't feel like this is a cut through the mix kind of microphone. It's a little bit dull sounding on the top end. It's got a kind of dull top end. The mids are a little bit more present than the top end, and the bottom end is fine. The bottom end sounds okay, but of course that's going to contribute to some of the muddiness when it's bottom and mid driven and there's not much of a boost up top. I don't think it sounds bad. I really don't. I honestly think for $20 this was a steal of a microphone because it's very usable. Very, very usable. So let's go ahead and see what happens when we play around with some settings and see what we can eke out of this thing. And first off, I'm going to enable some processing. And so the processing I have enabled is compression, a de-esser, a little bit of extra big bottom on my Rode Procaster. Not Procaster, Rodecaster Pro. Rode, you got to start naming things differently. It's just too goddamn confusing. So this is what it sounds like with those things enabled. I'm going to take the big bottom off right now. That's a little bit, yeah, not as much bottom going on, but I feel like the compression brings out a little bit more of that top end, gives it a little more sizzle up top, gives it a little more clarity. So I thought the mic sounded pretty good before some processing. I think with a little bit of compression on it, it jumps out a little bit more. So I think it actually sounds pretty dang good right now with a little bit of compression. Let's go ahead and throw some extra top end on this thing with an Aural Exciter. All right, so now we've got an Aural Exciter on it, and we got a little bit of mids, top, kind of mixing up nicely, present, still cutting through. Very minimal processing, and you can get a little bit of a different sound out of this microphone. So I don't hate, this is one of the first microphones I don't despise the Aural Exciter on. Let's go ahead and turn that off and just leave it to compression and a de-esser. And I like this. I like this right here. This sounds pretty decent, but I'm going to go ahead and turn processing off for the sake of the video. All right, so the M Audio Aries. Listen, you can't listen. Like you're not already listening. I apologize. It's a habit. This thing you can get, if you can find it. I mean, I don't see them every day on my mic journeys online. But when I do see them, they're going for next to nothing because it's about as obscure as it gets. It's M Audio. It's an Aries. It's just an oddball microphone. People aren't out looking for like, dude, I got to find that. Gotta find that M Audio mic, man. Gotta find it. Nah, you don't. But if you do run into the Aries, definitely worth a pickup. Solid performance for a handheld condenser microphone by the name of M Audio Aries. So I'm going to have to, for the price and the fact that if you find it, you're not paying much for it, I'm going to give it the green light because I think that in a handheld package, this little condenser sounds pretty okay. I would compare this to a lot of MXL microphones. I think it sounds very MXL-ish, but you get it in a small package. So, M Audio Aries, let me know what you think about it down below. I really do. The more I use it, the more I kind of am okay with it. It does have this tiny bit of extra sizzle in there somewhere that's a little wavy. Don't know how else to explain it. But if you like the sound of it, let me know. Let me know what you thought of it regardless. And if you see it online for 20 bucks or 15 and you want to see if it sounds great on your voice, why not, man? Why not? Handheld, condenser microphone, bark, the lights, the camera, the action. We're all out. We're all out. We'll see you next time on Obscure Mics. Peace.